for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Warning, wrestling POV content may contain language that is not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Warning, wrestling POV content may contain language that is not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Warning, wrestling POV content may contain language that is not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yes, without going over, just like Price is Right.
It's just like we're Price and Ricing this bitch. So
49. Batista's 40. How is he 49?
yeah, 2 years older than me. That's crazy.
Wow. Oh, then that makes sense.
You know you paid his ass, right?
I did not pay him. I mean, he did pay for us when we got suspended, though.
True.
Yeah. His mugshot looked like they told him his lips were chapped right before they took the picture.
Knowing Rikishi, man, he probably called his ass up and gave him a huge ass lecture.
You see Rikishi, it's a huge ass.
To license
War Machine.
Yeah, but he goes by Warbeard too.
Yeah, all right, Tony.
Get it right.
All right. Wait a second. Did you say 188? That's how much Cousin Jay's head weighs.
Jesus.
I gotta listen to this laugh all the way to WrestleMania, you told me.
Pretty much, yeah. Like gave him an atomic wedgie or something, but he still couldn't even hold him.
I gotta say, I was very disappointed though, because the best part of this match would have been Dana Brooke, but she covered up.
Trying to return to the ring, but I didn't know how far he got. But
Did you hear it from us? Did you hear it from us? Percent by going to WPOV by promoting.
Whoa!
I like Jinder Mahal. I like him very much. The Mata Day Maharaja.
But no word on the severity of it.
Yeah. Wow, you used a big word.
Yeah.
To license it.
It's hard to be a bad guy when your face looks like you're smelling a fart constantly.
Here's your headline.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Wrestling POV. I am your host, Tony Diaz, along with a former Wrestling POV champion, Cousin Jay's going to join us today. What's up, Cousin Jay?
How we doing?
All right, and we got the third wheel, Rick Serrano III.
Hey, people.
And our intern, Miguel Cole.
Hello, how's everybody doing?
All right, we're getting really, really close to the big one of the big four, the Royal Rumble. And, of course, with Wrestling POV, the pay-per-view points game, we added a little twist. And the twist is 10 extra points at WrestleMania. So it does mean something. So basically, and then Rick, chime in because I might mess this up. Basically what it is that everybody, we're going to go on Facebook Live on Sunday. Not this Sunday, but the Sunday of the Royal Rumble. And everybody's going to have a random number. Now, if we get 30 participants to play in the game, everybody will be assigned a number. And whatever number that you get, if that number wins, then you get the 10 additional points at WrestleMania. Now, if we got less than that, if we got less than 30 people playing at the Wrestling POV game, it's the person with the nearest, right, Rick?
Yes, without going over, just like Price is Right.
It's just like we're Price and Ricing this bitch. So, so if your number is number 7. And no one has anything higher than the 7 or, close to like number 10 is the one that won, then whoever had the number 7 is the one that gets the 10 extra points. But you will have the opportunity to pick who you think is going to win the Royal Rumble. This is just for 10 additional points going into WrestleMania. And 10 points goes a long ways. There's going to be a lot of 10-pointers in this Royal Rumble. So, it's going to be a high-scoring game. Please, if you're going to play your game right, man, because I'm telling you, Adam Monet did. He's the WPOV champion right now, and he played it right. He didn't play it carelessly like I did, but he did play it right. So we're going to do the random drawing live on Facebook next Sunday, right before the Royal Rumble starts, and everybody, will announce who got what number, and then we'll post it on the Facebook page also. And also next week, we're going to have another former Wrestling POV champion, Matt Novak, all the way from the UK. So
yes, sir.
That's pretty cool too, man. We got a lot of formers now. I couldn't say that with a straight face, but all right. Before we go on with the show, we have to cover the wrestling news from around the world. Take it away, Rick.
All right, and before we do that, let's get into some birthdays.
Yahoo!
This is shocking. Dave Bautista turns 49 years old.
Really?
Really?
I thought he was older.
So did I.
Older?
And he wants to come back too.
49? Batista's 40. How is he 49?
Yeah, 2 years older than me. That's crazy.
Wow. Oh, then that makes sense.
Oh, damn. That's fucked up. Jesus. Damn.
Speaking of old, Pat Patterson turned 77 years old.
Wow. Old. That's all right. Good for him. One of the best IC champs, right?
I mean, He was just the first. He was the first. He wasn't one of the best.
He held it for a while.
So did Honky Tonk Man.
That's true, too, and he's begging for gigs.
You want to go to Wrestling POV podcast?
Yeah, hey, we'll bring him on. Shit.
Shane McMahon turns 48 years old.
Wow. All right. Sure.
Really? He looks younger.
Yeah.
Younger. He looks like he's older than Batista by 10 years.
True.
Kelly turns 31.
Kevin Kelly or Kelly?
Kelly.
Kelly, really?
Yeah.
Is she supposed to be on the 25th anniversary of Raw?
I don't think so.
Yeah, she'll be there.
Really?
Really? Yeah, she's announced.
Oh, really?
Which is upsetting.
Why?
They announced Kelly, Trish, all these women are going to be at Raw 25. That means they're going to be in the Royal Rumble, right?
Could be. I heard some
Michelle
things.
McCool.
Yeah, well, all right, well, I might as well say it now.
I didn't even think there were 30 women in the division, to be honest with you.
The what?
Is there 30 women in the division right now?
No, there's not.
No, that's just that. From what I heard is that there's a total. Me and Rick did the math before, and we counted 16 women. That's both on SmackDown and Raw, right?
Yep.
And without the champions, which are going to observe now, they're not even going to have a match, which makes no sense to me. They're going to call up. I forgot how many women from NXT, but either way, the way I saw it on my little rumor mill was that there was only going to be like 2 or 3 surprise entrants, like old school women that are going to be on there. Wow. So the rest is going to be from NXT. So,
we all know Asuka's going to win it. So,
yeah, that's what's sad. I'd be shocking if it wasn't, but But I mean, you got Nikki. I'm looking for Nikki Cross coming in. That's it.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, she's gonna tear that place up.
Yes, she will. All right. Next up, we got Tyler Breeze turns 30 years old.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I thought he was younger. All right. Well, happy birthday there.
You know what? And Hacksaw Jim Duggan turned 64.
Really?
Oh!
That's Glens Falls, man. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Glens Falls, New York.
Glens Falls, man. Yeah.
Is
he your neighbor?
Yeah, he's probably Jay's neighbor.
Jay, is he your neighbor?
He's actually one of my coworkers' cousins.
Close enough, right?
There you go. All right. And last but not least, one of my good friends, good old Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, turned 64 years old as well.
Jesus. You know you paid his ass, right?
I did not pay him. I mean, he did pay for us when we got suspended, though.
True. That is true.
So, talk nice about Ted.
All right.
Shoot. Thank you, Ted. Love you, bro. All right, it's now time for the wrestling news from around the world. All right, well, Jey Uso, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, boy.
Arrested for a DUI in Houston on Sunday. He was released on a $500 bond.
Did you see that mug shot of his?
Yo, man.
Oh,
No, I did not. That's my first time hearing of it.
really? You didn't hear about that? Yeah, it was funny as hell. I mean, well, it's not nothing funny about it, but the mug shot, I was like, damn, dude.
His mugshot looked like they told him his lips were chapped right before they took the picture.
They did, too. Holy shit, man. Damn, Jay. What is he doing, man? He's got probably one of the biggest opportunities ever, and probably in his whole career, carrying that tag team division. You're going to mess it up like that? Come on, man.
Yeah, well, crazy. I mean, Rikishi got to hit him with the...
You know what? I was about to say, knowing Rikishi, man, he probably called his ass up and gave him a huge-ass lecture. You know what I'm saying?
You see Rikishi, it's a huge ass.
Damn. Why are you looking at his butt, folks? Anyway. Yeah, so it's unfortunate. But I don't think anything happened, so they didn't. Yeah. I'm pretty sure, though, they got him on a probation inside the WWE. They probably was like, hey, one more incident and you're out. Yeah. Or suspended, not out, you know.
Well, speaking of booty faces, Frank Shamrock, brother of Ken Shamrock, saved Mauro Ranallo's life with the Heimlich maneuver.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Weekend, Mauro Ranallo was choking on something, and Frank Shamrock gave him the Heimlich. Saved his life.
No kidding.
Yeah, that's serious.
Holy shit. I never knew that.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Amazing. So we were spared Mauro Ranallo. His life was spared. Thank you.
Nice. Frank Shamrock. Now, he's the younger brother of Ken, right? Or the older?
Yes, sir.
Younger?
I think he's younger. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, cool. Hey, way to go.
Did you guys catch the Mixed Match Challenge?
Yeah, I did.
Well, you were one of 135,000 people who logged on to Facebook Watch to check it out. The Boss Club defeated Natalya and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah.
That was very interesting. But, I was actually excited about it. 20 minutes, it was good. I was excited. It was a good
different.
back and forth match. It was definitely different.
They should not put that on Facebook. They should have made it like on the network. Sorry for cutting you off, sir.
No, you're right, too. And, I don't know. I mean, are they trying to work a deal out with Facebook? Is that what they're doing?
It looks it.
Huh.
I mean...
No, I agree with Jay, though. They shouldn't have put it on Facebook. They should have definitely left it as a network special, especially because of the fact that they're doing this for charity.
Well, that's a joke in itself, because it's fake. We know the results.
Yeah, I mean, they might not know, but obviously, whoever's running it knows,
Well, that's, I mean... You're going to tell a charity, well, you guys may win $100,000, but we know who's going to win.
Yeah, well, they do, yeah, but we don't,
Nah, sure.
I mean, it's a good thing that they're doing, but I agree with Jay. They shouldn't put that on Facebook Live. I mean, really? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it. But.
It seemed like Beth Phoenix wasn't even there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was on commentary, but she wasn't talking much.
I thought it was Renee Young, though, right?
No, Renee Young was doing the play-by-play, but Beth Phoenix was doing the commentary with Michael Cole and Corey, and Beth barely spoke.
Oh, all right. I didn't even realize that. Jesus. All right.
So, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely intrigued by it. Not interested, intrigued.
All right, yeah. Sounds good.
My last bit of news. Bing, bing, bing. Ricochet and Tag Team War Machine has signed with the WWE. War Machine.
Yeah, but he goes by Warbeard too.
Yeah, all right, Tony.
Get it right.
All right. Get her done.
That too.
Warbeard, War Machine, and Ricochet, they're all in WWE now.
Yeah.
The rumors came out to be true. Who'd have thought, Tony?
See, that's why you got to listen to the show, man, because the rumors can be true. That means I know something you don't.
Suck a butt.
Suck a butt. I'm glad. I'm stoked. My only fear, especially with Ricochet, is that they're going to throw him with the 205 Live guys.
Ugh, no, that's worse than what I thought. I thought they were going to throw him in NXT.
I think they are going to throw him in NXT.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because and the man only weighs 188. That's yeah. It's like, oh man. When I saw how much he weighed, I was like, they're gonna throw him in 205 Live. You know?
Wait a second. Did you say 188?
188.
That's how much Cousin Jay's head weighs.
Jesus, man.
Damn.
What the fuck? Miguel, do you really have to insult every, guest that we have?
You know, the thing is, he was a former champion. I loved him, and he never showed me support. I was his number one supporter.
Sorry, Miguel. Sorry. How's your son doing?
You shouldn't apologize to him, Jay. He did the same shit last week when we had Ant the Liberated on. He really got on his case, was dissing him hardcore. He's going to try to do the same shit to you. I wouldn't apologize. I'd give it right back to him.
Listen, you got a surprise son. It's all about the people. It's all about the people.
Oh, Jesus.
Thank you. See, Tony, man, you got to leave Miguel alone. Let Miguel be.
Well, see, he's been different since he's got a child now. I tried to help him out by giving him a paying gig now, and he's been acting different.
You know what it is? You made him sign a contract that says he can't get fired.
That's true, too.
Yeah,
my mistake. All right, let's go straight on to the rumors. All right, rumored to be at the Raw 25 show is The Undertaker, the Dudley Boys, Ric Flair, Steve Austin, The Godfather, Brother Love, Ted DiBiase, our good friend, and another friend of ours too, the Boogeyman, Teddy Long, the Brooklyn Brawler, Sergeant Slaughter, and D-Generation X. So I'm assuming.
Wait. Where's The Rock?
He wasn't announced. Was not announced. He could be a surprise though. Who knows?
He's shooting ballers.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he won't be there then. But so D-Generation X, which is kind of, I saved that one for kind of last because what happened with Billy Gunn. So are they going to bring him back just for this, or you know what I'm saying, or is Shawn Michaels going to just do the DX sign and call it D-Generation X?
Well, they said New Age Outlaws.
Oh, they did.
The Revival mentioned the New Age Outlaws. So
that's right. Wait till I got with the Revival. We'll talk. That's coming up at the Raw Notes. But also, Chris Jericho may also appear.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because the thing of it is, he's still doing this shtick with New Japan, but he doesn't have any real contract obligations with the WWE. So I don't know. I would love to see him back.
Oh, of course. Especially after that New Japan match.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. So that's all I got as far as that. My last rumor, it's Senor Benjamin, Queen Rebecca, King Maxwell, and Lord Wolfgang. And of course, Brother Nero and Vanguard 1 are all member of the Hardy household, and it now appears that they all might be joining Woken Matt Hardy in the WWE.
Wow.
So they might bring that whole storyboard along, and which is going to be pretty cool. Jeff is injured, but he is estimated to be back and healed in time for WrestleMania this year. So
interesting.
It is interesting, and if they I don't know, they might be going the right direction, but I think they need to speed this up with Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy. It's going kind of slow for me. I think people are starting to lose interest. I don't know. This is very difficult for. I'm starting to lose interest myself. I don't know how you guys feel.
I mean, I'm feeling like this is what I said was going to happen. It's going to get dragged out to the Royal Rumble, and then they're going to have their rematch at WrestleMania, where Brother Nero will make his choice on who he's going to join. It's going to be one of those things.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your thought on the Woken, Matt Hardy, and Bray Wyatt scenario?
Listen, I think that's the worst. That's the worst acting job, or whatever you call a character ever. The Woken is the most stupidest thing ever.
But I don't know. I mean, you know what though, Jay?
I don't get it.
I don't either. But I was like that too at first with the whole broken gimmick, and then Rick kept insisting that I see the video with that and Brother Nero. And I did see it. It was about 10 minutes long, right?
Yeah, 10-15 minutes.
It kind of grew on to me. So and then I started to like it. So I was like, all right, you know what? This is kind of funny. This is actually pretty genius. It's a whole different character. It's a whole way of looking at wrestling. And I started to get used to it. Now it's kind of like, to me, it's like, and I said it before too, I think they're dropping the ball on it. And they with the laughing thing, I think that's what's, it's like, enough with that. Let's just get on with it. But I think this is going to be something that's going to happen at WrestleMania, and they're trying to stretch it out as long as they can to make it happen then. And I think at WrestleMania, that's when we're going to see likes of the Mr. Benjamin and everybody else that's in the Hardy family. And I think that's when we're really going to see it in full force. So I don't know.
So I got to listen to this laugh all the way to WrestleMania, you told me.
Pretty much, yeah. All right, that's all I got for rumors. What do we got for injury?
All right, we got some really bad news on injuries. So apparently WWE and Paige is done. Paige is done with her in-ring career.
Yep.
This is the weird part. Originally, WWE doctors cleared her, but her own doctor said no. And there's no word on what it is, but it's being compared to the injury Edge had. Yeah. That retired him.
Yep, I heard the same thing too. Now, my question towards that is, what's going to happen with Absolution now? Is she still going to remain coaching them, or are they going to take her off and be a coach in NXT at the Performance Center? I mean, what's going to be best suitable for her?
For the time being, she's going to be with Absolution, as she announced that she's going to be with them at Royal Rumble.
Oh, yeah.
She'll be there.
But what would be a good replacement for her? Who can replace her?
I don't think, no one can replace Paige. I think...
I'm talking about as the leader for Absolution.
She's going to stay there, I think. I think she has to stay there.
Yeah, she's going to have to... Yeah, I agree, but she's going to have to get physical at some point, you know? I mean, Jay, what do you think of the whole Absolution gimmick, first of all?
Well, the whole Absolution thing, I think it was very great, especially that blonde hair chick. I forget her name. I got to watch a couple Raw episodes. But she's nice to she's nice to look at. But besides that, I was a fan of Paige when she first came to the WWE, or when I first seen her, and I think she was an awesome wrestler, and it's kind of sad that she got injured and she can't wrestle.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
When she came back and she brought her little gang with her, I think it was a spark plug, I guess you could say, for the women's division of Raw, because it was kind of dying out with Alexa Bliss. Yeah. So, I don't know. But it is sad to see Paige go. That's about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see what happens now. I mean, it was just the reason why I was asking is because that was the buzz on the internet, was that they were saying, all right, who can replace Paige as being the leader for Absolution? I mean, obviously, because she can't be physical. You know what I'm saying? So what more can she do? Even when we get into Raw, I have my little opinion on that match with Sonya Deville versus Sasha Banks. I mean, she can't be a cheerleader, because that's what she's going to end up being. She's got to change her look. If she's going to be a manager type role, that, in my opinion, it would have to be a character change for Paige. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I disagree. I think it works. I think she can make it work. I don't think
As a manager?
Yeah, as a manager, I think she's fine the way she is. She likes to wear the all black. She can wear the jeans. She can do the short. I mean, she can do the hoodie. Paige is Paige. I don't think you want to do a lot of changes
Well, no,
for her.
I'm talking about a change as far as, she can't wear her wrestling boots anymore, or she can't wear those shorts,
Yeah.
But like you said, she might have to go with, like, the pants and maybe a jean jacket or a black leather jacket, you know what I'm saying, to make her look more of a manager. She can't look more of a wrestler anymore, And then, it possibly can work, but she's just got to hold herself back because she can't be, physical, obviously.
Well, she also tweeted out that 2018 was going to be her year.
When she tweeted that, before or after the injury?
Right after saying that she wasn't going to be in the Royal Rumble.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, well, hey, maybe she's got something up her sleeve, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But, yeah, it's unfortunate, man. That sucks. Sucks. Yeah. But, we'll wait and see what happens. So, that's all you got for injury?
And Samoa Joe, he's going to be out for a couple of months.
What?
He's not going to be in the Royal Rumble. And so he's out for a couple of months. And that's why Elias stepped in for the whole Cena thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Is he going to be ready for WrestleMania, though?
It's possible, but he's definitely out for the Royal Rumble.
Dang. Man, that's another... I tell you, I got used to Samoa Joe on Raw. And not taking over the show, but he made the show excitable for me. He's man, damn, that sucks. That's terrible. All right,
that's another hit. That's another.
Hell yeah, man. That sucks. All right, let's get on to Raw notes, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right, the show opened up with Braun Strowman bragging about pulling the stage down and Kane and Lesnar last week. This whole angle was disturbing to me. Made no freaking sense at all. Kurt Angle came out and told Strowman that he was fired.
This messed Cousin Jay up for hours.
Really?
Yeah, Cousin Jay was distraught with that, right, Jay?
Yeah, I didn't like that at all. That was the most, what was the whole purpose of it?
Yeah.
Would you find some guy, I understand the man among, the monster among men or whatever, and he's going to go in there and destroy things, and then he's going to say, oh, well, you can have your job back and be back in the match. But what's the whole purpose? I'm even saying he was fired.
Yeah. I didn't get the whole angle of this, to be honest.
It's Kurt Angle. That's the angle, Kurt Angle.
Yeah, I know, right? So security tried to escort Strowman out of the building, which pretty much sparked an hour-long rampage from the Monster Among Men. Obviously, the security guards were indie guys and just very bad acting on top of that. The only thing that I enjoyed, just to get into this a little bit, was the guy holding the cake.
Yeah.
Just how he was standing, like he just shit his pants. I was like...
And then when Rick made a statement about this, he was lifting up the truck, the tractor trailer, and then he had a hard time taking off Michael Cole.
Yeah, he like gave him an atomic wedgie or something, but he still couldn't even hold him. I'm like,
dude, yeah, all right. The chocolate cake thing, first of all, was hilarious.
It was,
but then the dude goes into the $12 million production truck.
Didn't do anything. Yeah.
He didn't do nothing. He went in there and literally came back out, got mad.
That was it.
That was it.
He was probably like, "Oh shit, this is $12 million.
Yeah,
let me get out of here."
He didn't press a button. He didn't even break a TV. He did nothing. I would at least press the button. I'm like, "What's this do?"
No, and then he flips a truck, and then you struggle with Michael Cole. Now listen, Michael Cole has put on some weight over the years, but he ain't weigh more than a Mack truck.
Exactly.
And there's no way Braun Strowman can lose. No, that's it. He flipped an ambulance. He flipped a truck.
Yeah.
He has to flip Brock Lesnar. I mean, you had him lose to Roman after he flipped the ambulance.
Oh, it's true. That's true. It's too funny. That segment was funny, but it was ridiculous at the same time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, so
it makes Kurt Angle look like a joke. Like he has no ground in that, like no say whatsoever in Raw.
yeah, no, you're right too. Yeah. And that's not the first time they did that to him too. You know, it's not the first time. So they got man. Anyway, first matchup it was Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews versus The Bar, Part 2. Jason Jordan comes out. Apparently that was a distracting enough for Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews to get the win. So
Jason Jordan needs to go.
He does. Oh my God, yes.
He's annoying.
He is. Jesus, man.
He needs to change his role or something.
Oh my God, I can't stand it anymore. I'm just like going crazy, to be honest. Now, you think it's going to be Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews involved in the tag match at Royal Rumble?
I think it's going to be a 4-way now with the club as well.
That's right. So
that's the way it's looking. I gotta say, I was very disappointed though because the best part of this match would have been Dana Brooke, but she covered up.
I think you know what happened? She listened to the show and she heard how much we loved her jungle bunnies there.
Well, Paige could take some notes from Dana. She's going to be a manager.
Man, Dana, if you're watching, go back to your old outfit. Oh boy. Anyway, I think it's gonna. Yeah, you're right though. I think the club's gonna get involved in this. It's gonna make it a 4-way for the tag titles. Jason Jordan, I agree with you, Jay. He needs to go. It's just getting ridiculous now. It's looking dumb. During that match, Seth Rollins came out and he's like, "Dude, what are you doing, man? It's getting ridiculous." Next, it was Cedric Alexander versus Tony Nese. He beat him. How much more should I go?
Yeah, that's it.
So, as we talked about it earlier, Braun Strowman attacked the whole WWE production truck. Angle tried stopping him. He couldn't stop him. He flipped over the semi. He came out towards the ring. He targeted Michael Cole for some reason. He gave him that atomic wedgie, and Angle was like going crazy, saying, "Hey, Stephanie just called me, and she says you're rehired."
What a general
crazy. What's that?
What a general manager.
I know, right?
You fired him and she rehired him.
Jeepers, man. So he still grabbed Michael Cole and chucked him across off the stage, which about 20 guys caught him.
Yeah. And it just so happens that Tom Phillips is in the building.
Just so happens. Yeah, you're right. You know what? Good timing, Todd. Tom, my bad. So, but I don't know where the injury happened on Michael Cole because he didn't even touch the ground.
His booty hole.
That is true. But either way, Tom Phillips came in and helped, and he took over for Raw. And I'm going to go off on a little tangent here. And Jay, I want you to chime in on this too. I need your opinion on it. Corey Graves. I'm getting so sick and tired of him. He doesn't know what the hell he is. Is he a heel or is he a face? I can't stand the fact that he's dissing these guys too. It's starting to get on my nerves. You know what I'm saying? He goes on SmackDown and he just gets on Byron Saxton for no apparent reason. He just likes to do it because it's making him look tough. I can't stand him as a commentator. He needs to freaking go too. Jay, what do you think about him as a commentator?
I agree with you, Tony. He is a horrible commentator, and so is Booker T. Booker T, I don't even know what they need to turn heel, right? They act like he's like a bad guy or something. He doesn't even know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
It's like, come on now. What happened to, the King and Jerry Ross?
Thank God. That'll be next week.
Those people back.
Oh.
Michael Cole's good. I like Michael Cole.
Yeah.
And they argue with each other. And what's the other guy? The other guy on SmackDown. Oh man, what's his name?
Tom Phillips.
Tom Phillips.
No, the black guy.
Byron Saxton.
Yeah, but he needs to go too. He's another annoying one. He just reminds me of Corey Graves too. Like he just they got bad commentators this time around.
That
this
is
year.
true,
So,
but
like they need to get some new ones.
But Byron is the friend of the show, so he's got to stay.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, well, he's annoying too. Like, come on now.
But because I think he's defending himself more so than he does actually trying to commentate. He's more defending himself all the time because Corey Graves is always getting on his shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, what you said too about what Booker T, between Corey Graves and Booker T arguing about what was going on with Braun Strowman, I was like, can you guys please get it together, man? That whole commentary on that whole segment, I think, made that segment look bad. Because who was saying they should fire or call the police? It was Booker T, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to say, did Booker T really push Michael Cole in front of Braun Strowman? It didn't look like that, didn't it?
He did.
Oh my God! I'm like, Booker T, you a 5-time champion, brother, and you just pushed Michael Cole in front of Braun Strowman.
I mean, it is Braun Strowman. I would push somebody like he is.
That's true. Yeah, I would have pushed my wife in front of him, but anyway. But that was wrong. That's messed up. I don't like the commentary. It's getting ridiculous with them two, and I'm just like over it already. It's like they got to put somebody else in. I don't like Corey Graves at all. Done. All right, that was my little rant.
David Otunga could come back.
Who?
David Otunga could come back.
You know what? I'd rather have David Otunga than Corey Graves at this point. It's ridiculous. So, all right. Next match, it was Asuka versus Nia Jax. What do you guys think of this match?
This had so much potential. It was a good match to start.
It looked like they were holding back
at the end. Oh, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Why would you have this match now?
Exactly. And I don't think they, in my opinion, it was a good match, but I just think they were just holding back and they didn't give it their 100%. Jay, what did you think of this match?
I didn't like the way it ended.
No, I don't either.
Nia Jax get hurt, and Alexa Bliss comes running out, and then I don't get the whole Enzo and Nia Jax thing yet, and I'm still a little fishy about it. I'm like, what's really going on? And the whole Alexa Bliss trying to step in front of them and everything, but they're not gonna let Asuka lose, her streak in Raw.
No, God, no. Who knows when they're going to do that?
You knew who was going to win that match when, they're building her up for WrestleMania. I think they're going to give her the title at WrestleMania. And she's not going to lose her streak anytime soon.
I don't think so either, man. Asuka's Asuka, and they're making things a little bit too predictable with her. If they didn't involve her in the Royal Rumble, I don't think she'd be I just don't think. That's why I keep advocating the fact of put her in the championship match, or I don't know. It's hard storyline wise with Asuka.
Prefer anybody besides Alexa Bliss. I don't like Alexa Bliss.
Really?
I don't like her character. Yeah, I don't like her character. I don't like the way she acts. I'm not a big fan of her.
Well,
I know she's supposed to be a heel. And I don't know. I'm not a big fan of her.
I just think they've been dissing her a lot lately, and she's been put in the back burner. As champion, you got to stand out. I've been saying it with Brock Lesnar too. It's like you look at AJ. AJ's probably defended that title more times than Brock Lesnar, and Alexa Bliss has the whole entire 2017. I agree. To me, I think they're just putting her in the back burner and either just take the title away from her, give it to somebody like Asuka, who will defend it all the time and keep the matches interesting. But I don't know. I wasn't. The match was okay, but I just wasn't a big fan of the Asuka versus Nia Jax match. I agree with you, Jay. I don't like the ending of it. The ending was terrible, with Alexa Bliss coming out and then Enzo take. I don't know. That whole thing's a mess. Up next, it was the Revival versus two indie guys, Aaron Solal or something like that, and Ricky Starks.
And Bailey's fiance.
Which one?
One of them.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
She's engaged. That's not great.
Yeah, right. The Revival won by pinfall after hitting Starks with the Shatter Machine. After the match, though, they made comments towards Raw 25. Now, I'm nervous. The Revival is a good team. I have a funny feeling that they're really going to punk out the Revival at Raw 25.
Job them out.
Yeah. I think they're going to job them out like they did with the Ascension. Remember that? When the Ascension first came out and they were talking a lot of shit.
Look at the Ascension.
That's what I'm saying. Look at them now, though. When they first got there, they were a little bit dominant for a hot second. And they started talking trash about the old school tag teams like Demolition and the Road Warriors and this and that. All of a sudden, that one Monday Night Raw, JBL comes out, gives both of them the clothesline from hell when the Acolytes came out. And I just have a funny feeling they're going to do the same thing to the Revival next week on Raw. I think they're going to punk them out. And that's unfortunate because the Revival is one of the best tag teams out there, in my opinion.
What was interesting, what they said was that they're not sports entertainers, they're professional wrestlers. Now, professional wrestlers has not been used in a very long time in the WWE.
Absolutely not. Nope.
So maybe they don't get punked out. Maybe the obvious thing is that they do get punked out, but maybe they don't.
And I hope not. I really do. I mean, they got, it's just, I don't know. I don't want them to get punked out. They need to get more involved, man.
Last time the Dudleys were there, they got punked out, so maybe they get punked out again.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we'll see.
Bubba can't do anything anyway with the concussions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, remember he retired because of it.
That's right.
Yeah, wait. Oh, wow. I don't know. I don't think he's going to be doing anything then.
Yeah, wow. All right. Well, we'll see. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Up next, it was Elias. He played a song to introduce The Miz and The Miz Taraj. That was a funny segment. Elias is growing on to me every time he's out there. He does a really good job dissing the crowd. The Miz. Oh, my God.
Yeah. It was a mystery.
It was a mystery, that's right. Says his return last week felt awesome, and he called out Roman Reigns again, and it was a handicap match, Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas. That match, to me, was a waste of time. Reigns wins with a spear. So, the next match, it was Sonya Deville versus Sasha Banks. I'm glad Sonya Deville got the win on this one. Good for her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead.
Sonya Deville's been hitting the glam squad, huh?
Yeah, I saw that.
She's like, I'm a pretty woman.
Yeah.
Well, Sasha Banks needs to stop the whole boss thing because she's not a boss of nothing.
Yeah, I know, right? Jesus, this is enough with her. I never liked her. I never did. And I still don't. It's not going to happen.
Tell me how you really feel.
So then up next, it was The Woken Matt Hardy versus Heath Slater. Waste of a match, but Matt Hardy wins.
They fixed his Titantron.
Yeah, I know, right? About time, damn. Then there was the main event, Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. Later on in the show, Jason Jordan went up to Kurt Angle saying that, my partner needs a match, and, shut up!
Oh, man, I can't deal with that. That's not wrestling, really. Come on now.
I know, right?
He's like a little baby.
It's just terrible. But the match was good, though. Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. Did it look like Finn was hurt? I mean, the ending was kind of weird to me.
Well, the ref counted at 3.5. You saw that.
Yes.
I don't know what the hell that happened. Like, what was the ref thinking?
I don't know.
He was like, let's end this match already. And, but yeah, I mean, something was weird, but the weirdest thing of all was the blackout, the curb stomp is back.
Yeah, the curb stomp is back, but it's called the blackout now. They won't call it the curb stomp. Obviously,
they had to change the name.
Yeah, well, his name before he came into WWE was Tyler Black. So he's paying a little homage to his old character. Good match. It looked like Finn Balor was hurt, but then he appeared in the mixed match challenge last night, so he can't be that hurt. And that was it. That was your Raw. Overall, Raw was okay. It wasn't the greatest, but it was okay. So we're going to take a quick pause for the cause. And then when we come back, it is the top 10 list, Royal Rumble, that Rick Serrano did last week. But this time, I took over. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. That's right. Yep. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, this is your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle. Listen to the Wrestling POV podcast. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
And we are back here, guys, and it is now time for the top 10 rankings, the Royal Rumble winners.
That's right.
All right. Last week, I gave my top 10 Royal Rumble winners, and this week, Tony Diaz will change it up or add 2, take away 2, move it around, whatever he likes. But first, let's have a recap of my top 10.
Yes.
At number 10, I had Big John Studd, winner of the second Royal Rumble. At number 9, John Cena, a 2-time winner. At number 8, Alberto Del Rio, the winner of the 40-man Royal Rumble. At number 7, Yokozuna. Man, there was some monsters in that Rumble.
Hell yeah.
At number 6, the piece of shit, Chris Benoit. At number 5, Rey Mysterio, who is the longest ever to be in the Royal Rumble and win it at number 2. Number 4, I picked Hulk Hogan. He won back-to-back Royal Rumbles. I mean, that was the Hogan era.
Yeah.
At number 3, a 3-time winner, a near 4-time winner, Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! At number 2, a back-to-back winner and a winner at the number 1 spot, the first to ever do it, Shawn Michaels.
Yep.
And at number 1, the winner of the 1992 Royal Rumble, my favorite of all time, if I haven't never mentioned that before. He won the WWF title that year. The Nature Boy. Woo! Ric Flair.
Ric Flair. All right, so that is Rick Serrano III's top 10 list Royal Rumble winners. And this time, it's on me. So, I did take 2 out. I'm just letting you know right now.
Lord.
No, I'm sorry. I took 1 out. And I changed the top 5. So, all right, my number 10, I put Big John Studd. I left him there where he should be. It was close. I wanted to throw somebody else in there, but I was like, you know what? I think that's a good spot for him. At number 9, I put John Cena at number 9.
Okay.
At number 8, I put Hulk Hogan.
Wow.
To me, in my opinion, it's just Hulk Hogan is just way too overrated. So why put him? I mean, he deserves to be in the top 10, but not high top 10. Low top 10 is good enough. Number 7, I put Alberto Del Rio. I put him in at number 7.
Okay.
Number 6, I put Rey Mysterio Jr. I mean, Rey Mysterio Jr. Well, he is a junior, actually.
Well, yeah.
But I put Rey Mysterio at number 6. Number 5, I really wanted to just eliminate him, period. But it's one of those things that kind of stood out. So Chris Benoit is at number 5. Number 4, I put The Undertaker in at number 4.
Wow.
He was the winner in 2007. You can't have a list and not have The Undertaker in it, right?
I mean, he was number 30 of that Royal Rumble, but okay.
All right, number 3, I put Shawn Michaels at number 3. And at number 2, I was agreeing with you last week on it, Rick, but I did put Ric Flair at number 2. And, of course, at number 1, this is just a feat that stood out in my memory, and it always will. My number 1 is Stone Cold Steve Austin. So that's what I put at my number 1. So that is my top 10 list. I didn't change too much. I didn't.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Yeah.
I rearranged a little bit, but that was it. I didn't,
You know, like the thing is, if I was to look at your list, I would definitely not have Undertaker in the top 5. I mean, he was barely in that Royal Rumble that he won, coming in at number 30. But yeah, I can see.
This is my explanation on it. The Undertaker has been in many Royal Rumbles.
Yes.
There was a few that stood out, like when he got eliminated by Maven, and he just went nuts. So, I mean, the only reason why I put The Undertaker in it was because he was involved in a lot of Royal Rumbles. We went off, this list is supposed to go off the winners, which I thought, he did win in 2007. His overall performances in all his Royal Rumbles, I think, stood out to me. So, even though he did came out number 30, to me, I was just looking at performance-wise with The Undertaker. I knew, I was like, you know what, I have to put him on that list. I might take heat for it, I might not, I don't know. But I just felt like he was, but you know what? Thinking about it, you're right. I don't think he should have been that high on my list, maybe a little bit lower.
Well, it's too late. The list is down.
So yeah, it's already done. So that's my list. That is my list.
Just thinking about it, because I can hear Cousin Jay's voice in my head, like, where's The Rock? Yo, The Rock.
You know what? I was going to put him in.
But him and the Big Show went over at the same time.
Yeah.
It was so terrible.
I was just about to say that. I was waiting for him to finish. I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
I told you, man. I know Cousin Jay. Go ahead, Cousin Jay. Go. You can talk a little bit more about it. Go ahead.
I think The Rock deserves to be, obviously, the one of those. He took the win, obviously, against the Big Show. Stone Cold's good as number one. I gotta give you that. But come on now, you guys didn't put Rey Mysterio in your top three. I would at least think top three with Rey Mysterio. He came in at number two, and look how big he is. Come on now, he showed up. Did he win the championship? He won the championship in WrestleMania that year, didn't he?
Rey Mysterio did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Come on now. He did it. Yeah, I think he should return. I heard I saw a rumor that he was trying to return to the ring, but I didn't know how far he got. But,
Did you hear it from us? Did you hear it from us?
Jesus.
That is not true.
Not true? You said not true?
Well, I'm saying it's not true if you didn't hear the rumor from us. But yeah, Rey Mysterio definitely. I can see why you say that. He was also the longest in the ring, over an hour and 2 minutes. So,
yeah, no, I mean he does belong on this list. Jay's probably right. He does maybe a little bit higher, top 5 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So if I had to switch,
number 5, Jay. I had him at number 5.
If I had to switch, I would have switched Ray and Chris Benoit. If I had to switch, or maybe The Undertaker. So, all right, that's my list though. The Rock.
Yeah, where is he? None of you guys picked The Rock on your list.
No,
No, man.
You guys are hating because he's doing movies now.
Pretty much, yeah, sure.
Ballers sucks.
I like Ballers, man.
I like Ballers too. I watch it.
Ballers is a good show. Don't run that.
It's a pretty good show.
It is a good show.
Tooth Fairy sucks.
Yeah, that does, yeah.
All right, with that being said, so next week we're going to move our list on and something's going to alter it. Maybe BB Goody comes back. We know. It's a mystery to us. BB's taking a vacation,
Right?
Now, BB's working really hard and she's doing what she got to do for her financials. You want better life, more money, you know what I'm saying? But yes, so whoever we have next week, they'll be altering the list, and they're not going to do better than me. I mean, maybe Tony, but not me.
Matt Novak. Let's throw it on Matt Novak.
Oh, yeah, you know what? Maybe we can throw it on Matt Novak.
Yeah.
You listening, Matt?
You know he's listening.
All right. So, with that being said, Wrestling POV is affiliated with the Collar Double brand, so go to collardoublebrand.com. Save yourself 10% by going to WPOV by promoting.
Whoa! What the hell was that?
By using promo code WPOV, you save yourself 10% off. It's great quality stuff. The gear is awesome. You guys, they're adding so many new things, so many different styles.
Yeah.
Go to collarandelbowbrand.com, use promo code WPOV, save yourself 10%. It's more than 9.
That's it. That's all you got to do.
With that being said, it is now time for the SmackDown
Breakdown.
Break it down.
Degenerate into something fool. We just got tired of doing what you told us to do. Like a freak boy, yeah. That's a freak little man. Break it down.
All right, SmackDown Live opens up with the New Day.
Yeah.
Same crap.
That was a terrible opening. It was bad.
So bad.
Bad.
Yeah, really bad.
God.
Jinder Mahal and his crew ends up coming out, and we had the match Jinder Mahal versus Xavier Woods. This was a very long match.
Very long,
so long, and then the ending got botched where Xavier did not get thrown outside. He hits the bottom rope and just lays there. I mean, Tony, you're a former wrestler. What do you do in that predicament? Do you roll out, or you
roll out
like Xavier?
No, you just roll right out. Missteps happen in the ring all the time.
Yeah.
You just got to remember, if it's a misstep, just roll with it. That's how I was always taught. I've seen a lot where, the WWE does it a lot, and you kind of think that, in their professionalism, they would learn to roll with it. Some do. I've seen a few that do, and I can spot the mistakes, but there's some in that instance, you can tell it was like, oh, you botched it, dude. But no, you always roll with it. I've seen before where, I've never been put in that kind of predicament, but I've botched a move. But you just, like I said, you just try to roll with it as much as you can.
Yeah. Well, speaking of botch, I feel like one day Jinder Mahal's gonna botch this Colossus.
Man,
he's coming so close to landing Xavier on the top of his head. Yeah. I was afraid.
That was really close. Yeah, I was just like, wow, that's almost as bad as when Randy Orton took one of the Singh brothers. Remember?
Oh my God!
Slammed him on that table like that. I was like, damn, man, relax. But no, you're right. You're right. He's got to get a little bit more control with it, and he's got to understand too. He's already strong. It's like, dude, you're already strong. You don't need to, mishandle him like that. But and I think that's what happened with Randy Orton too.
Now, Cousin Jay, Jinder Mahal's your man, right?
I like Jinder Mahal. I like him very much. The modern day Maharaja. He's my dude. I wanted him to win the United States champion. Obviously, then everybody knew who was going to win that. But I think they should give him another run at the WWE championship.
Oh wow, really?
Wow, he's a Maharaja, man.
The whole 10 million people in India got his back.
I know, right?
Well, next up we had AJ Styles backstage, and he says that the Royal Rumble is going to be a 3-on-1 because Kevin Owens counts as two people. A fat joke.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing now? Fat jokes?
Yeah, they're saying Kevin Owens was hurt.
Yes, I've been hearing that, but no word on the severity of it.
Yeah. Wow, you used a big word.
Yeah.
I still don't get the whole handicap match thing. I really don't.
I don't either. I could have sworn.
Cousin Jay, a handicap match is 2-on-1.
Listen, Miguel, I know what a handicap match is. I just don't get the whole concept of why they're doing it at SmackDown.
Yeah, I mean, no, I agree with you because I thought it was a triple threat until they were like,
it would be better as a triple threat.
It would have been,
Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, go against each other, but
yeah. So now with the handicap, it's gonna still be like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are still gonna act like a tag team, right? Is that what it is? Or,
yeah.
Basically.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What happens if they win? I just want to know they're going to split the title, or I don't know how that will work. You know what I'm saying?
They're going to do like cool, man, split the title. No, I don't know.
No, to me that's just a wasted match. Period. Yeah. It is. I'm sorry.
Speaking of a waste of a match, Bobby Roode versus Mojo Rawley.
Absolutely, that was such a waste.
Oh man,
what is Mojo supposed to be, like a football player? Like you're wrestling, you're not playing football, man.
Right?
That's all he does is clotheslines and like spears.
It's true. Yeah, that was such a wasted match, though. Jesus.
It was just terrible. Bobby Roode got his ribs injured by Mojo, and then got jumped by the Singh brothers after he won the match.
Looked like one of the Singh brothers was hurt.
Yeah, right. He's moving kind of slow and stuff. I don't know.
But they were helping. He was limping bad.
Yeah. Then Jinder ended up coming out and then challenging. No, Bobby Roode challenged Jinder, saying he wanted to fight him tonight. Yeah. And let's go. And Jinder was like, "No, you'll fight on my time. Well, if you don't fight tonight, then you were supposed to fight next week. So it's not really your time. You're gonna fight. You're gonna fight next week."
Listen, you gotta respect the Maharaja.
Oh, Lord.
The Cucaracha, what? Speaking of Cucaracha, Daniel Bryan came out. It was like, you're gonna fight tonight. Yes.
What?
Okay.
What are they doing with Daniel Bryan? Are they trying to make him the bad guy?
I don't know. It's still iffy at this point with me, you know. I don't know what the hell they're doing with him.
It's hard to be a bad guy when your face looks like you're smelling a fart constantly.
Well, that's true. That is true. Ain't no lie there.
Speaking of fart face, Charlotte, Becky Lynch and Naomi faced off against the Riot Squad. This was the same match we've been seeing for the last couple of weeks.
Yes, it was.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. What bothers me about this match is that the Riot Squad won with Liv Morgan pinning Naomi. Now, the problem with that I have with it is, like, didn't this happen on Raw?
Exactly.
Like, the way Sonya Deville won, I felt like it was the same way that they won. So, I don't know.
Now, speaking of the Riot Squad, did Liv Morgan look like she's got a little bit of a change in her? Did you notice that? Like, she's going a little bit like a psychotic type character?
Like the Harley Quinn.
Yes.
Like Alexa Bliss did.
Yes, exactly. But I like how she's doing it, though.
Yeah. I'm going to email Liv Morgan. Hey, girl, how you doing?
How you doing?
What?
Shit. God.
Speaking of shit, the Usos had a backstage interview against the DOI to keep him from getting to the place they needed to get. The Usos do a backstage interview and get jumped by Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable.
Yep.
That's another team that I think they just put together just to put together. I don't like the whole Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable thing.
They're kind of growing on me a little bit. I agree with you, Jay. I was with you on that, but lately it looks like they're coming together. I guess. I mean, I say give it a few matches, see what happens. But
now, Jay, I know you're a fan of the Usos. What are they faces? Are they heels? Like, with this whole Uso penitentiary, what do you think about that? Like, they call it a penitentiary, but they're supposed to be good guys.
I see that they're actually healing them. They like to talk crap to other tag teams and stuff, and they run the whole tag team division and all that stuff. So, they've been here since day one. I think they are the heel version. I can see where you get the nice guy because they make the crowd chant with them and stuff like that to try to get the crowd involved, but. They've been here since day one. They run the whole tag team division. They're tag team I think they're tag team of the year, to be honest with you.
Hey, look at Jay with all this wrestling knowledge.
I told you, man, he's an Uso penitentiary clientele.
He made a good point, though. He made a good point.
He did, absolutely. Look at that.
Like I said, if you've been there since day one, what are you going to hate on them for? They've been there, they've done it all.
It's true. It is true. With makeup and without.
I mean, Cousin Jay is a former 2-time Wrestling POV champ, so we don't just let any sucker blood on this show.
I'm a 3-time champ, remember that.
Oh, snap. Early predictions, huh?
Early prediction. Well, Cousin Jay is also the longest reigning champ of all time.
Yeah, look at that.
So,
dang.
What?
You know, I gotta do what I gotta do, you know?
Yeah. You're in the record books.
We had Rusev make an appearance about Rusev Day on WWE.com for the Fashion Files, and they're going to be fighting the Ascension next week. Yeah, man, can't even pretend to be happy about that.
The match before WrestleMania, the match before Royal Rumble. Jesus Christ, that's what they come up with.
Lord,
my God.
Speaking of Lord, the last match.
Favorite tag team.
Whose is it?
The Fashion Police is Rick's favorite tag team.
They could be. They could. And once upon a time, it looked like they were actually going to get a push. Tyler Breeze is freaking talented, man.
He is, yeah.
The guy is so great. And the supermodel kick is my favorite finisher of all time. That is a great finisher.
No, you're right.
I don't like what they did with him. Supermodel queer. Come on now.
First of all, it's fashionista.
Jeepers creepers.
Some people just don't get it, Tyler. They just don't. It's Tyler!
Oh, wow. Yeah, Rick.
The last match, we had Bobby Roode versus Jinder Mahal for the U.S. Championship. All right, man. This is like Wrestling 101. Do not wear the same exact tights as your opponent.
Yep.
Royal blue all the way down. Both guys.
Too much blue. Too much blue.
Too much blue. And then, I saw Cousin Jay was getting mad. You know what, Cousin Jay? I'm going to get a little offended right here because you should be making all these comments you make on our Wrestling POV Facebook page, which you can find at Wrestling POV on our Facebook page, or on Twitter at Wrestling POV, or on Instagram at Wrestling POV1. Also, if you have a comment, you can make it on our iTunes account at Wrestling POV Podcast and subscribe, and you can give us a 5-star rating and leave a comment. What comment, man? Cousin Jay was up here on the internet talking this ish about Bobby Roode, saying he's a ripoff of Ric Flair, and how many guys are going to rip off of Ric Flair?
Damn.
And I said, you know what? You know who does rip off Ric Flair? Charlotte.
That's your daughter. What do you mean? She's not allowed to use the Flair thing? Come on now. That's like the dad passing out the business to the son. Well, obviously the daughter in this one, but come on.
No, you said it right,
It's
son.
the name of the company. He doesn't switch name because he took over it.
Listen, man. See, you have to make it somewhat original.
Who's Bobby Roode? Who's Bobby Roode?
The glorious one.
He even does the walk. All he has to do is say woo and then be Ric Flair Jr.
Jesus. Wow.
No, I think you need to go to WWE Network and look up a man called Ravishing Rick Rude. That is who Bobby Roode acts like the most, is Rick Rude.
Yeah, I thought that was his son, to be honest with you. I don't know what you're talking about. But the way
everybody thought that at one point.
Huh?
Everyone thought that at one point that Rick Rude was Bobby Roode's son.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah, so Bobby Roode, the new U.S. champion.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. No, I'm glad it kind of went to. I mean, you know what? I would have been happy either way if it went with Jinder Mahal, or even with Bobby Roode. I was happy with it regardless. I think this is a good step for Bobby Roode, but I think, in my opinion, this is my POV, is that he needs to be a heel instead of a face. I think now if he became a heel, Jay, would you change your mind about him, or would you still think he was a Ric Flair wannabe?
No, was Ric Flair ever the nice guy?
No. Well, sometimes.
So either way, he still rip off. Take the robe off, do your own thing. I think his TNA, is it TNA or TNA NXT or whatever he was in before this. It was the character he was better than what he is now.
Damn, man, you really hate him, huh?
Well, TNA Bobby Roode was amazing with beer money.
I do like beer money. What'd you say, Jay?
I don't like the character at all.
No.
I think it's I don't. Be original. Don't take somebody else's things. You know.
Hater alert!
He should never won it. They should never won it. Jinder should have had it.
The thing that upset me about it was the shutdown of his celebration. Like, they didn't have enough time to show it. He was crying. He was in the ring crying.
Was he?
Yeah, he was really emotional about that win. All right, so that's our SmackDown. It is now time for Raw versus SmackDown, where Raw is ahead 22-17. Every Tuesday after SmackDown, you go to our Twitter page at Wrestling POV, as said earlier, and we have a Twitter poll where you, the fans, get to vote whether you like Raw or SmackDown better, and us, the Wrestling POV crew, take it into consideration, and we try to decide what we thought was better.
Yes.
So, that being said, the SmackDown won. 73% of the vote went to SmackDown from our fans. So, Cousin Jay, what you think was better this week, Raw or SmackDown?
I would say SmackDown. That whole firing thing with Braun Strowman ruined the whole road show. It was that whole Jason Jordan bit. It was just SmackDown was definitely better.
I agree with Cousin Jay. I didn't like Raw because there was no reason to do that whole angle and bit with Braun Strowman. None. There was no reason. Come on. They're really insulting our intelligence by saying that he's fired. Like, they're really going to take him off the freaking Royal Rumble. No. Come on, man. Really? I'll give the edge to SmackDown this week because Bobby Roode won a championship, and that was his first one. So I give it to SmackDown this week.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree. I'm going to have to also go with SmackDown. Raw was just terrible. But SmackDown was terrible too, don't get me wrong. But I'm going to give the title and go into Bobby Roode as a plus. So SmackDown is now down 22-18. Make sure you tune in next week and go to our Twitter page and cast those votes. Thank you, Miguel, for interrupting me with the bell time and time again. You're welcome.
Dang. All right, so you got it. So SmackDown's creeping up slowly. Next week's show, it's gonna be one you're gonna want to listen in. We got a former WPOV champion in Matt Novak joining us. We're gonna put him right into the grinder like we did with Cousin Jay. Same thing we did with Ant the Liberated. Hopefully Miguel won't give him a hard time. Jeepers.
I can't make any promises.
All right, sure. With that being said, that's the end of the show. Make sure you tune in next week because it's going to be the WPOV Royal Rumble pay-per-view points game. Damn, say that all under one breath. Right?
Three-time champion coming.
Damn. Yeah, let's get some final thoughts off for you, Cousin Jay. What do you think? What's your predictions next week for the Royal Rumble?
I think Asuka's going to win it, and I'm going to go with... I don't know. I don't know who's going to win the man Royal Rumble. I'm sorry.
Stay tuned.
I can't make a prediction.
All right. But will you retain? Will you get back your championship belt? That's the bottom line.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
All right. So make sure you stay tuned next week. We're going to have a great show. We definitely... my dog's barking. I don't know why. We got a burglar. Anyway, next week's show is going to be the Royal Rumble pay-per-view points game predictions from the Wrestling POV crew. And then we're going to go live on Facebook on that Sunday to give you guys the numbers. Make sure you spread the word. We need over 30 people to participate in this game, so that way we can make it interesting. That is the end of the show. I am your host, Tony Diaz, along with Cousin Jay. Take it back.
Bye, Miguel.
And the third wheel.
Rick Serrano the third.
And the intern.
Miguel Cole. Wait, where's my son at?
Oh, where is he? I haven't heard from him all day.
Is Tylenol PM for the nighttime?
Oh my God. Love, peace, and wrestling. We'll see you next week.
Good night, everybody!
Goodbye.
Did he just really give him medication?
Oh my God, I'm back. Peace out.
Oh my God.
Oh, Lord.
Jeepers.
This, like, she decides to show up now.
Right?
My bad.
Show's ending and shit.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Goodness, I mean, Mimi, we had to sit through over an hour talking to cousin
I thought I was
Jay.
doing the show.
Hi, Jay. Hi, cousin Jay.
Maybe. It's over.
Yeah, we just got done.
I had no trouble.
Wow. All right, Jay, thanks for being on the show, man.
Thanks, Jay.
You're welcome. I gotta go shovel now.
All right, man. Good luck. Later.